June is Homeownership Month, and the City of Columbia's Community Development Department and its partners are hosting All Access Columbia. And I'd like to welcome Delores Shabazz, who is the Program Manager of Housing, and Charmaine Clark, Community Liaison. Now, homeownership is something you obviously think people should strive for because it's a topic that's big enough to have its own month. So what would you say are some of the benefits of homeownership?
Well, actually, when you talk about affordable housing, homeownership is an affordable housing tool. Usually your mortgage is going to be less than what you pay for rent, especially in this market. Also, homeownership gives you, it's a wealth building tool. When you own a home, that's your home, you own that property, and that's something that you have and you can pass on for generations. So it is wealth building. You also can use it as leverage, say if you need to refinance or, pay off some debt. The equity that you have in your home is your wealth. Also, you just have the freedom to do what you want in your own home. If you want to paint your walls purple or blue or green, when you own your home, that's your choice. You can do it. You don't have to answer to a landlord. Also, homeownership, it also helps you, I guess, become more responsible, right? Because as a homeowner, you're responsible for all your maintenance as well, inside and out. If something breaks, you can't call someone. You got to fix it yourself. So it's also freedom.
Now, what can people expect at All Access Columbia, and who actually is invited?
It's open to the public. We are focusing on home ownership as well as people that own homes. So we'll have a vendor there called The Other Mother. She specializes in decluttering and organizing. She's NAMI certified. She works with seniors, and everybody can always use some good organizing tips and how to declutter. We'll have some DIY from Home Depot. We will do a home maintenance workshop, and we'll have some handouts and informational stuff and goodies to pass out as well. We'll also be talking about crediting and budgeting. We'll have a workshop on that. We'll also talk about the City of Columbia homeownership loan programs. We have great loan programs that offer affordable mortgage tools, and we work with some great partner lenders. And lastly, anyone that's shopping to purchase a home, we'll be able to get them started on the PreQualification process.
Okay, now is this for people who live in Columbia or people who only want to buy a home in Columbia?
Yes, the City of Columbia limits, those are where our programs apply. But the City of Columbia is very big now. We have, it spans from the Northeast down to the Southeast Hopkins area. So there's a lot of home ownership opportunity within the City of Columbia. And we'll have some City of Columbia departments there to share information and resources within the City of Columbia. Especially, I think our Parks and Recs department will be there. They have a lot of things for children and families, especially it's the summertime.
Now, I understand that you do All Access Columbia on a quarterly basis. So what makes this one different?
Well, piggybacking off of what Delores said, we wanted to do this All Access is, like you say, usually held on a quarterly basis, but this year we really wanted to highlight Homeownership Month. So we just decided to combine that. We want it to be informal, educational, and where people can really get some great information on Homeownership Month. Usually with All Access, we tackle different topics, but more informative topics to communities and different neighborhood leaders, as well as just your regular people as well in the community. So we wanted to just highlight Homeownership Month because it is a celebration to be a homeowner. And we just decided to do All Access and do that collaboration with Homeownership Month.
Delores, I believe it was you who mentioned some of the benefits of being a homeowner and all of the great things that you can do to your property if it's yours, but I think it's also very important that people understand that there are some communities that you buy into that have restrictions and homeowners associations and have fees. And when I say this, I'm talking about places like the condos and the townhomes. So could you speak to that for us, please?
Some neighborhoods, a lot of the newer communities that are built do have homeownership associations. And like you said, the condo, when you buy a condo or a community, I'll say a community building with shared walls, which is a condo, duplex, etc., side-by-side units, townhouses, there are what they call like a monthly maintenance fee that you have to pay. And that is a separate fee from your principal interest and your mortgage payment that you pay to the bank. So those are things that, yes, you do need to be mindful of. So when you go to qualify for a home, usually they'll give you what your principal and interest would be, right? That does not include your insurance and taxes, right? We call it PITI. So you get qualified for principal interest, and your insurance and your taxes is estimated, and that goes to an escrow. But when you purchase a condo or a home with the Homeowners Association, that too is then figured out after you've assigned a contract to include what you'll pay monthly. And sometimes your maintenance fee for your condo can be a little steep. But if it's not affordable, you won't be qualified, because we're going to look at what's affordable. Our goal is always to make sure you can afford the home that you buy.
Okay, when people come to pre-qualify for homes, is that going to also include townhomes and condominiums and that sort of thing?
We do allow people to purchase, I want to get the word right, I don't have it in front of me, but they have to be Freddie or Fannie Mae approved condominiums, right? But when we pre-qualify you, we're looking at to see if you have the credit, if you don't have any collections or debt, if you have the income. So we qualify you based on those things. When you get pre-approved with the lender, they'll actually give you the amount that you qualify for. So if you qualify for a home that's $125,000, that person, then it's up to them to work with an agent to find something in that price range that they qualify for. Now, when you qualify for that, and then if it's a condominium, then during the approval process and the paperwork during that is when we'll look at what your monthly payment will be. Again, it has to still be affordable. You can't go over, I believe, the 43% threshold. That's your debt to income ratio.
Now, sometimes people can be a little bit weary when you're talking about home ownership. I know it's like a huge step to take. After all, it's going to be one of the biggest purchases that you'll ever make in your lifetime, the biggest investment. So speak to those people in our audience that may need a little bit of a nudge or encouragement to attend.
Just think about it. Everybody has a different path or idea of where they want to be. If homeownership is something that you know that you want to do and you've worked to get to that level, then yes, you should go for it. But again, everybody has different situations. Just evaluate your situation and say, is this for me? Do I plan on staying in Columbia the next 10, 15 years? Or do I want to travel? Those are some things you have to weigh. Everybody's situation is different. But if it's a path that you want and you've been responsible and you've been working towards this goal, I say go for it. This will be a great event for you to get started. It'll be a great networking event. You'll get a lot of information and you'll learn about all the different programs that are out there for first-time home buyers or people who want to reestablish home ownership. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And people who own homes who need some maintenance tips on some, because sometimes when you do stuff yourself, guess what? You can save some money.
Exactly. DIY.
Again, it's called All Access Columbia. So let's get to the particulars: where, when, how much, and is there anything people need to bring?
So it will be this Thursday, June 23rd, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Busby Street Community Center. That is 1735 Busby Street. And the event is free. We do recommend some people to register, and they can go on our City of Columbia website to go to the link and register to be a participant for this upcoming event.
All right, ladies.
And
Oh, go ahead.
I would just want to add, we do have some great sponsors: T&D, First Community Bank, Assurance Bank. We will have refreshments because we do understand some people will be coming straight from work.
Yeah, definitely want to mention that.
Absolutely. I encourage you, if you are in the market for a home, this is the best place to start. They're going to be chock full of information for you, and they will encourage home ownership. They'll hold your hand and really walk you through the process. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We just really appreciate that you taking the time to
Exactly.
get this information out to the public.